Hello guys, welcome back to another video from Let's Talk Leeds United. Before we jump into it, please like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps. New channel, it's difficult. It would do me a massive favour and get it out there for other people to watch as well. So we're going to get straight into it. The dominoes are falling into place. The cards are being laid on the table. First, the 49ers have completed their takeover. Tick. Now we need to get a new manager. And once that's done, then we can start working out who's going to be here playing next season and who's going to go. Obviously, new signings will be dependent on who the new manager wants. So, in my opinion, we're down to two: Brendan Rodgers and Daniel Farke. That's what I believe. I believe we've narrowed it down to two, and I believe the 49ers' preferred choice is Brendan Rodgers. I think he's the one that they really want the most. But I think they'd also be happy to get Farke, because there's no coincidence that since the 49ers have completed their takeover, his odds have shortened and shortened and shortened. The rumours of him being an ex-manager have been circling everywhere. But I still think in the background, the 49ers, their main target is Brendan Rodgers. I just think it's going to be a lot more difficult to get him than Daniel Farke. So unlike what the previous regimes have done, I feel like they've given themselves two options. One option, which is very obtainable and a good option. Daniel Farke's a good manager. He's won a championship twice with Norwich. He's a decent manager. And the other option, slightly less attainable, but if it got paid off, then if we got him, then he would return us to the Premier League. I have no doubt about that. So in my opinion, we're down to two. And best believe if we're going out to get Brendan Rodgers, best believe that we are giving him some solid assurances. He ain't going to take the job in the Championship unless he's promised a load of money to spend, unless he's promised, an amazing plan if and when we are promoted back to the Premier League. So, if Brendan Rodgers did get the job, it'd fill me with so much confidence that the 49ers, I know Cowboys, they know Radrazani's, they're going to push us forward and try and propel us back to where our amazing club belongs, up the upper echelon of the Premier League. So I came across a tweet earlier. I'll just share it with you. It's from quite a decent source. He's got quite a lot right lately. Just share the screen. Hope you can all see that. Alfonso Leocadio. Understand Leeds' managerial process is nearing an end. I'm told Rodgers and Farke are the top two candidates. Now a two-horse race. Interviews. Rodgers today, Farke tomorrow. 49ers prepared to invest heavily and help the club return to the top flight. That's going back to what I was saying, right? This bit here. 49ers prepared to invest heavily. Like, Brendan Rodgers isn't coming to Leeds unless he's guaranteed a lot of money to spend. Like, that just isn't happening. Also, it goes to add on. This could also depend on Celtic and their choice, because both managers are a target for them as well. Now, I don't know if this is me being pig-headed or not, but from a neutral point of view, which it isn't, because I'm obviously a massive Leeds fan, but I'm just trying to think, if this was a neutral point of view, what is more attractive, Leeds United or Celtic? Like, genuine question. I know Celtic win the Champions League and they win the trophy every year, but come on, what's it worth, really? I know that sounds so disrespectful to Celtic, because they're a fantastic club, and it's not exactly their fault, the division that they're in, but I feel like it's tighter than people, the normal football fan would think. I think a lot of people would just say Celtic, is the number one choice. I don't think it is. I think the Leeds job could be just as attractive as a Celtic job. So I think if we go to Brendan Rodgers and we say, look, mate, any player sales we get is going into the spending kitty. We're going to do everything we can to keep Nonto, Adams, and we're not messing around here. We want to get this club back to the Premier League ASAP. I think that's our only chance of getting Rodgers. Farke, I think they could go and get him tomorrow. I think he jumped at the chance to get back into management with Leeds United, and I think we could get him tomorrow. And the only reason I don't think we've got him yet is because I think the 49ers are still holding out for Rodgers. Like I said, You know, they're not clowns. You know, you remember our last manager search, what a shambles it was, not Allardyce the time before. You know, we approached 5, 6 managers before we settled on Glacier. That ain't happening again with the 49ers. You know, they're not going to mess around. So I think they've got 2 options. They're clever. I think they're going to be like, right, Daniel Farke, we could go and get tomorrow. So we'll hold out for Rodgers. If it doesn't work out, we'll get Farke, which is still a decent appointment. You know, shoot for the moon. If you miss, you'll still be on top of the stars. That old chestnut. Getting attacked by a fly there. Sorry, guys. Moth even. Also, which I find interesting, and I know it's going to share my screen with you again. Bear with me. Sorry if it lags a bit when I do this. Still learning the game. New manager odds. So I know people think it's a load of codswallop betting, but it isn't always. There's a lot of traction, and sometimes the betting odds reflect what's happening in real life. Like, you know, they do put a load of donkey names on here, like I don't know, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, never going to happen. Jesse March, I saw things on Twitter that never happen, and you know, they do it because they want people to stick the odd £5 or odd £1 or tenner on, and they make money from that. But we go to the top of it now. Daniel Farke, I remember looking about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and I think he was around about this region. And since the 49ers have taken over, he's shot up to this. Look, you know, on William Hill, he's evens. This time tomorrow, it'll probably be odds on, which takes me back to that tweet from Alfonso Locadio that he probably is being interviewed. And even if Rodgers might seem slightly unattainable, he will still conduct an interview. I think he would still listen to what Leeds United are going to say. So I know that he's a bit further down the betting, but it's very mixed. There's mixed signals, like 10 to 1, 6 to 1, 7. You know, no one's quite sure. So I think it looks like Daniel Farke will be our next manager, by the way, for what it's worth. But I feel like Brendan Rodgers is still the number 1 target for the 49ers. That's just what I believe. I could be miles off, but you know, it's a guessing game for everyone. You know, I'm not in the know. You know, I'm sure, you know, some people are in the know, but in my opinion, that's what I think's happening. I think they know, you know, that they took the club over, what, 4 or 5 days ago now, and best believe they want the manager in place ASAP, right? And I think they know that they could go and get Daniel Farke tomorrow. I don't know if that's me being arrogant. I think they know they could go and get the man tomorrow. So in my opinion, I think they're holding out for Brendan Rodgers. And I think the next few days will you know, I think, what we're on now, Monday, I think by Thursday, Friday, we'll have a new manager in place. And it will be Brendan Rodgers or Daniel Farke. Like, I would be shocked if it wasn't either of them two. I'm 85% sure, 90% sure it'll be Farke. I'm 10% sure it'll be Rodgers, because I think the 49ers are going to sit down with Rodgers and they're going to promise him the world, and they're going to do everything they can to get him to the club. And then finally, once we get a manager in place, either of them two, I'm quite happy with either of them two. Both play nice, expansive, attacking football, you know, easy on the eye. Rodgers has got a brilliant record. You know, he got Swansea promoted. He won the FA Cup with Leicester. He got them to 8th. And okay, it didn't work out in the end, but you know, you don't always just look at the final season, do you? You know, hence why we still hold Bielsa in the highest regard possible, because we look at what he achieved overall with the tools he had. No one, well, I don't ever look back at Bielsa and think, well, you know, he was almost taking us down and things were going, you know, I always look at him in the highest regard. So I'm going to do the same with Rodgers. I'm going to look at what he's done before this season. And as for Daniel Farke, I believe he won the championship twice with Norwich, or he got promoted twice with Norwich from the championship. Couldn't keep him up. But, you know, like Norwich has said, they're happy to be a top 26 club. They don't mind going down. If we go up, we ain't going to be one of those teams who go up and down, up and down. Call me arrogant again, but we won't be doing that. So give the man a bit of money to spend. Aim for mid-table. Obviously, Premier League safety first, but after that, aim for mid-table. I think give him a bit of a war chest. I think he could do a good job. So either manager, I'm quite happy with. And once one of them's appointed, you know, the dominoes will start falling. You know, we'll start making acquisitions. We'll start deciding who we want to keep, the new manager. You know, Rodgers might want to go all out to keep Rodrigo. Daniel Fark may be like, I don't get rid of Rodrigo. I want to sign X, Y, and Z, or whatever. I'm just, you know, speculating, so to say. But I believe the next few days, we'll find out who the new manager is. And, you know, I think it'll be Fark, but I think the 49ers are going to go gung-ho for Rodgers. And that's the only reason why I think Fark hasn't been announced yet, because the 49ers are not going to give up on Rodgers until he says no or takes the Celtic job. But yeah, that's it from me, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It means a lot to me. And I'll see you again very soon.